Got to be like the hottest day that we could have chosen to come out here, huh? It's got to be like 106 degrees. I mean, they dumped a car down there.
Yeah, they just pushed it over the side. It gives you an idea of some people must think of themselves, you know. Take a spot and just dump it here. You got no self-respect. I would hate to see this place built up
Yeah.
and shut out to people. You got to be tough as nails to ranch out here.
Why they got all these?
They're branded.
How do you take care of your cows when they're just like so far out?
That's what a roundup's all about. This is a cattle grate right here.
And what's the purpose?
Try to keep cattle from going across it.
I mean, yeah,
I
my
mean,
foot could fall through this thing, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, there's
You'd break your ankle.
Out here, it has a language all its own. Sometimes this place seems cranky. It just feels edgy. Other times, it's blissful. Mother Nature doesn't care whether you're black, white, brown, green, purple. It treats everyone the same, man. I'm happy to share this with you.
Yeah,
I really am.
What's going on, everybody? Today, I am out in the San Pedro Valley. We're south of San Manuel. I'm back with Tommy. You consider yourself like a mountain man?
Yeah.
You said you used to come out and like out here with like the natives and stuff, right?
Well, I had native friends that lived out here, but a lot of my native friends lived in town in Tucson there. Early on in Tucson here, I belonged to a mountain man brigade and learned to live out here. Learned to live off the land and
That's pretty incredible.
learned some really good wilderness skills.
It's got to be like the hottest day that we could have chosen to come out here, huh? It's got to be like 106 degrees right now. Are you hot in that?
It's a linen coat, so it breathes. So it's not really that hot.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Dude, look at that.
That's trash. This is terrible.
Is this just like people coming out here to dump their
Yeah.
vehicles and stuff?
Which is a travesty because this is a beautiful spot, you know. I just think somebody said, hey, this is a good place to dump. Nobody will see it.
I mean, they dumped a car down there.
Yeah, they just pushed it over the side. It gives you an idea of how some people must think of themselves, you know. Take a spot and just dump it here. You got no self-respect, you know.
Clearly, yeah.
There's clearly no self-respect when you're dumping stuff in a beautiful spot like this. There was an inland lake here, probably sometime around the end of the Ice Age.
Yeah.
When things were a little bit wetter. You see the stratification there. I mean, that indicates, you know, water and then sedimentation there.
Do a lot of people know about this?
You know, I know some photographers that like to come out here.
Okay.
That feature right down there, that looks like a big mud patty there.
I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but
That's interesting there because I've seen that elsewhere in the hills over there. And it's soft when you step on it. It's almost like it's pushed up from the ground.
dude, what's the temperature?
It's 102.
I was about to say. You know, Tommy, I think this is like the parts of Arizona that are very much like still undiscovered, man, because you think about like just essentially like kind of the middle of the state now has been really taken up by real estate developers and stuff, and you know, you think about like all this here is really kind of a gold mine for if people wanted to come and develop it. I guess the question is if they would let it happen.
From what I understand, up in Mammoth, that area there, Mammoth and Oracle.
Yeah, how close are we to Mammoth?
We're probably about 10, 15 miles to the south. A lot of those families, their property's been in possession for generations.
So they're not trying to give it up.
No. In fact, they're extremely protective of it. Rightly so, because you know what happens when, you know, you lose your locals, you know.
Yeah, of course. Things change overnight.
Things change overnight, and the people that live there that can't afford to move get priced out. A lot of these families are holding out.
Sure.
And really...
Yeah, because look at all that, man. I mean,
yeah.
The mountain range is insane.
I would hate to see this thing just...
All the red rocks.
Yeah. I would hate to see this place built up.
Yeah.
And shut out to people. You got to be tough as nails to ranch out here.
Well, what makes you say that?
Everything out here has thorns in it. There's acacia trees. I see mesquite trees.
Yeah.
Mostly acacia and mesquite. You have saguaros, and then you got these thorny little shrubs. It's rocky, it's barren.
Yeah, sure.
And you've got the area of just all kinds of arroyos and washes and
Yeah.
And you can imagine, like I said earlier, you can imagine what it is to shag your cattle.
This road reminds me of like Hotel California.
Yeah.
Or something, you know? On a dark desert highway.
Yeah.
The Eagles are so huge, they'll probably hit me with a copyright just for singing
Just
that
for that,
lyric.
yeah. Old Camp Grant, 1860 to 1873.
There you have it.
It was in this area right here. Right here was where the fort was.
Wow.
So it was on this corner here where the Aravaipa meets the San Pedro.
Okay.
Now, not far from here is the Gila River,
Okay.
up north there by Winkleman. May 8th, 1860, Camp Aravaipa was established where the Aravaipa met the San Pedro River. Named Fort Breckenridge on August 6th. The Civil War caused the post to be abandoned and burned. July 10th, 1861. California volunteers reoccupied Fort Breckenridge, renamed Fort Stanford. On October 31st, 1865, Fort Grant was established on the east bank of the San Pedro, north of the Aravaipa Creek. On April 30th, 1871, Anglos, Hispanics, and Papago Tohono Indians from Tucson attacked an Aravaipa Apache camp near the post. Camp Grant massacre drew national attention. Camp Grant was abandoned March 29th, 1873, and the name given to the new post near Mount Graham. There's some history here. Here we know that we can hop in the car, turn on the air conditioning,
Yeah.
drive to someplace cool, get a beer.
Yeah.
Back then there was none of that. Think of that.
Yeah. Would you even? I feel like you wouldn't even have wanted to go to a pub back in this time, man.
Oh.
A beer wouldn't help you get hydrated.
No, not at all. In fact, the
They don't
beer
have-
was probably hotter than the air.
Yeah, I was about to say, I
Yeah.
don't think that would be very nice in
Yeah.
the summer, man.
Flies everywhere.
People probably still did it though. Don't you think?
Yeah, they, you know.
They still needed their vice. The viewers will never know how hot this is right now on this video.
Most of the buildings here were made of mud brick.
Yeah, they're supposed to be more insulated, right?
More insulated,
Yeah,
but to
good
me,
luck.
when I look at it, there's some photos of the old fort, and they're not very good. But what you see of the buildings,
Yeah.
like they had a butcher shop there. You
Yeah.
can imagine butchering meat in this
Oh,
heat.
dude, no. That would be
You know,
terrible.
I mean,
well, then they have to store it though.
They dried it.
Okay.
They had to dry it. Native people, they prepped it a different way.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, they still dried meat, but you've heard the pemmican. They
What is
mixed
it?
it with berries,
Okay.
you know, and animal fat,
Yeah.
and it kept forever.
Is that how they did that?
Yeah, that's how you
Okay.
make pemmican and stuff. I picked a hot day to wear a linen jacket.
Are you feeling it?
You know, to be honest with you, I wanted to do this to test it out.
Okay.
I had to know what it was like back then because this is a period coat.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a linen coat. I heard that, you know, during the Apache Wars, General Crook had a suit made of linen.
Yeah.
Pants, trousers, and a coat, you know.
Sure.
So, and it got more hotter than it is today.
Yeah.
So I'm not cooking in this coat. Just pass that on. I'm not cooking at all. In fact, it's not that bad, to be honest
Okay.
with you, right?
You say that, bro, and then I'm here in a tank top. and
When I start
shorts.
rambling, when I start mumbling incoherent
Yeah, I'll
strings
make sure,
of thought,
make sure I
I'm brain
pour some,
dead because of heat stroke. or
pour some
something.
water on your head,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, can you imagine doing this on a horse, dude?
Oh,
Oh, dude.
sun beating you down.
I'd be
You
so...
know,
I just wouldn't do it. I would just go, I would move back to like Michigan or wherever I came from or something. I'd move back to the north, man.
a lot of these soldiers out here that were garrisoned out here were from poor families. Back there, they didn't have a chance at life, and so they took the only option that was available to them, and that was to come out west here or sign up, enlist. You know, enlistments are kind of funny because I hear, you know, some enlistments were as short as 3 months.
Really?
You know, 3 years. They were all over the place, and I think it had to do with the needs of the army at the time. Somebody's cows got out.
There's only 2 of them.
Yeah, it looks like might be a yearling.
Wait, why they got all these
They're branded.
Oh yeah.
Hi, baby.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah.
They don't. Yeah, they're branded. Look at that.
Yeah.
That has EX on their butts. Man, that's gotta hurt, huh? As an animal.
They don't feel it.
Really?
Yeah. It spooks them.
I bet.
But
Just look at how sweet they are.
yeah, they are.
Do they do well out here, do you think?
They do okay. And all the time I've been here and seen cattle, I'm sure they got some that succumb to nature itself out here.
How do you take care of your cows when they're just like so far out? Like, I mean, how are you gonna know where they're all at? Like, if you
Well,
own these big
gotta go.
ranches,
That's what a roundup's all about.
What is a roundup?
Roundup's where you bring those cattle to a different pasture. You know.
So they can graze that.
You know, contrary to the thought of today, most people think, oh yeah, those cattle are just going to eat up all the grass, and they're going to, you know. For number one, cattle don't eat to the roots.
Okay.
They move on, right?
Sure.
Sheep, on the other hand, they'll eat to the roots,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But, you know, ranchers, just knowing that their livelihood depends on it, you know, they monitor the rangeland that their cattle are feeding on.
Sure.
And if they see it's not good, they're going to move those cattle to a better pasture.
But how do they find them all?
Huh?
How do they find them all?
They have to ride out here,
And like literally just look for them?
look for them. They know pretty much where they go. The cattle crossing is try to prevent them from crossing over farther down, right? It's like it's supposed to serve as a deterrent. They have a bunch of bars across.
So this is what you were talking about?
Yeah, this is a cattle grate right here.
And what's the purpose?
Try to keep cattle from going across it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they'll just get like straight up. I mean,
I
my
mean,
foot could fall through this thing, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, there's
You break your ankle.
There have been horses and deer and all of that got trapped in here. They have to get rescued out of here.
So isn't that bad for the animals then? Or not really?
Mm.
Why is it not considered cruel for the animals? I'm just curious.
Well, it's just a deterrent, right? You don't want
Are they smart enough to deter?
the cattle. I know cattle have an intelligence, a quiet intelligence, but not. They're, you know, most people, they look at them as dumber than a box of rock, but they're capable of affection
Sure.
and understanding things. You know.
So if they walk across this, or they're gonna know not to? Is that
They're
what you're-
gonna, they're gonna know not to. They're gonna look at this and.
But you're saying that sometimes they actually still get
But they
stuck.
do, especially like if you get like that's one of the reasons why, and during the roundup, like during the calving season, when they're calving and stuff, they have to go bring in the cattle with their calves, you know, the mothers and stuff like that, and then what they usually do is they separate them out.
Okay.
And this right here is insidious right here to anybody ranching out here. This cholla, cholla cactus.
Why you say that?
Man, that's just full of spine, and then it drops. It drops.
Yeah,
parts of-
those things will just stick on you, huh?
Yeah. I mean, that's how they propagate. Dropping, not the needles, but like whole balls of those things.
Yeah, I realize that people that have never been out to the desert have probably never seen one of these actually, huh? These
let's
are
get a
really
close-up.
just for Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen these anywhere else. Maybe in New Mexico. Yeah, these things are nasty.
And the further you go into those mountains, those things get taller and taller and taller.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that some of these mesquite are getting bean, but we're getting close to the bean season.
The bean season?
Yeah.
Like they're literally growing beans?
See that right there on those?
Yeah.
You can make bread with that.
For real?
Yeah, when those beans come up, you dry those pods out, get the beans, grind them into flour, and it's a kind of a sweet flour.
One flower on this cactus.
One holdout. I'm gonna stop. Listen to that. Listen to the wind. Dies off. Picks up. Yeah, this out here, it has a language all its own. If you spend any time here, after a period of time, you start to pick up on that rhythm, the life here.
Just listening to nature,
Listen to nature.
being able to figure out like
You can
what's coming
understand.
your way.
I mean, it's literally, sometimes this place seems cranky. It just feels edgy, right?
Yeah, it does.
Other times it's blissful,
Hmm.
you know. And then other times it's like a quiet like no other. If you're lucky enough to get a raven as a buddy out here, it's an amazing experience.
What do you mean, get it as a buddy?
Well, sometimes one of these ravens will take a liking to you. You got something to feed them.
Yeah.
They'll come down and you feed them, and then they remember who you are. So the next time you come out there, they might fly by.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know some people that have developed lifelong friendships with a raven. You know, they're extremely smart and affectionate.
Wow.
They'll bring you gifts. I've developed friendship with a raven out here, though. Not like on that level.
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
But a couple
But
of
enough
times.
for when I'd come out here, he'd fly by and land near me, and then I would throw him something to eat.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be a gigantic river.
Well, it runs pretty good when it does. I'm amazed it's not running right now.
Well, how does it stop running? And how does it start running again? I mean, what happens?
Most of the water that comes off in this thing is from the runoff, from the snowmelt.
Yeah.
And then it's got, they do got springs and stuff. I guarantee you it's running up farther north, but the problem is there's a lot of private land up there.
Okay.
And they don't allow you access to go down here.
Sure.
This is a spot I've been coming to for years. And this part of the, right here, this ledge that we're on, right?
Yeah.
Used to extend all the way about to the middle.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's,
All this?
yeah, in just a few years, I would say from 2016 to the present, it's been cut. Here.
Really?
The stream has cut it wider and wider and wider. It's nature at its finest, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah. In 2016, I took my brother here for the first time,
Sure.
and it was running nicely. It had a beautiful grassy flat, like the most beautiful grass. Like where grass like that, I mean, that was like golf grass, right?
Yeah.
And my brother and I both took a nap there.
Really?
Yeah.
Out here?
Yeah.
So you really like coming out here and just connecting with the nature.
Yeah. That's what
Just-
it's all about. It's a way of empowering yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's not, maybe that's a corny word or something, but it's a way of,
No, I get what you're trying to say.
it's a way of connecting with who you really are inside, man,
Yeah.
and drawing strength from it, right?
Yeah.
Because I guarantee once you connect with yourself out here, very little is going to get under your skin out there,
Interesting. Yeah.
you
I
know,
can
or if it
imagine.
does, it's not as bad, you know? I mean, some people in society, they just go out of their way to be an asshole. You know, some of them, they just go out of their way to make your life miserable. And it's because they themselves are miserable. They're
Yeah.
miserable people. If you got to make other people miserable, you're miserable.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
I mean,
fair.
You got to, I just call it like I see it.
And you think coming out here makes you let go of any misery?
You
that
just,
might
you
have?
come out here, you get in touch with you listen, right? You don't have everything yapping at you, you know, all at once. You don't have things competing for your attention.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then you meet up with something, on a deeper level.
I think this is again another plant that you're only going to find in the Arizona desert for the most part. Try to not get my shadow in it. Let me come from the other side.
I think, you know, those who watch this video and stuff like that, they're gonna probably touch them in their own way, right?
I mean, this is like one of those places that you only really know it exists, because of someone else telling you about it. You know, like I would never have probably found this on my own. This is pretty hard to find.
And I'm happy to share this with you.
Yeah,
you know,
thank
I really
you.
am.
I really appreciate that.
And all the fine folks that really enjoyed this thing, to seeing this, you know.
No, it's a big deal, man. I really appreciate that. I know this is sacred.
Yeah, this is a
I mean,
sacred
really.
place here.
I really appreciate that.
This place isn't a trash bag, man, and it'll treat you good. Mother Nature doesn't care whether you're black, white, brown, green, purple. Doesn't matter whether you think you got a pecker or you brag about you having the biggest pecker. It doesn't care.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
It treats everyone the same, man.
Man, you're right. That's such a great way to put that, man. I mean, for real.
Mother Nature doesn't give a shit who you are.
Yeah, you're right. Nah, thanks for the great video today, man.
Oh, my pleasure, man.
Really
It's just
appreciate
fun
that.
to hang out and see these places together, man.
Absolutely,
you know?
man. Definitely.
Share them with other people.
Definitely.
1876.
Mammoth. We're on the town of Mammoth and kind of all around. Yeah, you
We've
from
gone
here?
all over.
From here, yeah.
How do you like it, man?
I love it, dude. This place is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you lived here?
I've lived here I lived here for a few years, and I went to Marana, and then I came back, so I've lived here about 6 years now.
Yeah,
I've been here for about 20 years. My grandma's lived here
Oh, wow.
since the 60s.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
What's it like?
Nothing but desert, riding, playing.
Yeah.
So you enjoy it a lot, huh?
Yep.
You just go around on this thing?
Yep.
That's cool, man.
As you go up farther, the roads are, they get rougher and rougher, right?
Yeah. It gets rougher. We can go up and over the mountain and all the way to Safford through there.
Oh, you've
Okay.
been to Safford this route?
Mhm.
Oh, man, I bet that's cool. I've always
Yeah.
dreamt of that.
Yeah, you can take the whole route. There's mine shafts all out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Loads of mine shafts. Yeah. I got a TikTok platform on social media too.
Oh, for real? You just do this stuff on there?
Not so much, you know. I'll do desert stuff though. Yeah. My TikTok is Rusty Blade 310.
Okay. I actually don't have TikTok.
Oh, you don't have TikTok?
Nah, just
Ooh.
YouTube, man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I hear that, but I don't like TikTok, man.
You know? I
Nah.
love it, dude.
Do you? It's
Yeah.
probably cool for what you're trying to do. Rusty Blade 310. All right, you can go. What's your name?
Enoch.
Enoch.
Enoch
Serge, man.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
Tom.
you.
Tom?
Nice to meet you, yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to do something, man. That's cool.
Get me on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I've got the Onyx map. Y'all have this?
No. What is it?
Onyx. It tells you all the back roads. This is called Onyx back roads.
Okay.
And you can see right there.
Onyx.
So those were all I've been, all the red spots. You can see
Oh,
down
dude, that's sick.
So what it's doing is it's like it's saving your places along the route,
there.
right?
If I want it to, yeah, I can track where I've been. So this right here is this Copper Creek, and then Copper Creek will take you out and up and over, and there's the other highway right there. There's the highway 73 to Conrads.
Wow.
So this is
Wow, that is awesome.
right there. That's the route. That's the road that takes you over there. Yep.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, we're gonna get something to eat now. For one, I want to thank you, Tommy, for today's video. And if you like seeing Tommy in these videos, comment below if you want to see him again. Maybe we'll do some other stuff, you know, out here in the desert, some different towns in Arizona, and you know, just really appreciate everyone that supports the channel. Please, you know, like this video, subscribe, and I wish all of you a great rest of your day. Peace.